Hi all, welcome to Sam's Math Help. This is the first of a new type of video for me. This video was inspired by my friend Mari, who is struggling with math, which a lot of people struggle with math, so I figured I would make this video and see if I can't explain math a little bit to help and try not to confuse people in the process. This video is going to be explaining a multiplication of 14 and 8. Now before we get into this too much, I want to make sure to point out the fact that the math book you may be using will most often point out the method that it thinks most people will understand best. Gotta say though, that is usually not the only method there is, and I'll try to show that in this video. Now let's bring up the problem as most people would probably set it up if you're doing this pen and paper. I put the smaller number on the bottom because that is always the way that's worked best for me. I usually go this way, especially if there's a single digit involved in the problem, such as the 8 in this case. What I like to do, if I were trying to do this mentally, is to isolate it or break it up into smaller problems, as you can see I did here. Just pretend that the 1 that was in the tens place is gone. It's still there, but just ignore it for now. Now this is a pretty simple one. What is 8 times 4? You got it, it's 32. But the 3 that is in the tens place cannot stay where it is. It has to be carried, which is why I've moved it above where the 1 was at the start of this video. Now that we have part 1 done of the separation, I'm going to bring the 1 back into the problem and get the 4 out of the way. Now our problem becomes a 1 times 8. It's easy, right? What is any number multiplied by 1? It's the number that was multiplied by 1, in this case, the 8. But wait a second. This is not the final answer. What about that 3 that we carried? The 3 was in the tens place when we carried it from the 32, and that 3 needs to be added to the 8 since the 8 is in the tens place of 82. Now the 3 does not get added to 82. Separate the 8 from the problem, add 3 to 8, and then bring it back in as 11. What is your final answer? It's 112. Get out the calculator and check it for me. I will wait. Okay, not too long, but did you check it? Let's move this out of the way so you can make room for another example. Remember when I said you can do math with multiple methods? I'll bring in the same problem again and we'll work it a different way. Did you know you can split multiplication problems into multiple chunks and then add the results of the two chunks together and get your answer? Let's make that a little easier into something like 10 times 8 and 8 times 4. You might ask, why can you do this? I mean, to just break up the numbers like that? Well, let me ask you, what is 10 plus 4? Isn't it the same as the 14 we were using in the original problem? Now let's take a look at these one at a time. What is any number times 0? It is 0. And the same as before, 8 times 1 is 8. So for the problem on the left, we have an answer of 80. Now for the problem on the right, we did that earlier in the video. 8 times 4 is 32, so let's bring that in from the right. So what's left for this method? Add the two problems together. What is 0 plus 2? It's 2. What is 8 plus 3? Just the same as we did in the first method earlier. It's 11. Can you see some similarities in the two methods? In this case, at least, we repeated the 8 times 4, and we still added 8 and 3. The most important thing of all, both methods gave an answer of 112. Now let's clear the screen one more time and set up for one more problem where we can have an even better example of a split. We're going to use 7 times 8. Now you might ask, why did I choose 7 this time? Well, 7 is half of 14. So really we could end up with 7 times 8 twice, or just do it once and multiply its results by 2. So in our results we get 56. So 56 times 2, or 56 plus 56, what is our answer? It is 112 again, which is exactly what we would have wanted it to be. Otherwise this method is not a good method to show you. So that is all I have for you. I'm hoping this will help somebody and not end up confusing them more, because I know I get a little crazy and I rant sometimes, but so if this helped, leave a comment. If you want me to make another video for a different type of math problem, leave a comment for that too. That's really all I have for you guys, so thank you all for watching.